Shikuchi.
Who takes Shikuchi in that spot loses out on Tombstone, and you're not gonna get Shikuchi trample. It's gonna get block picked. I don't know.
Well,
oh look, it's Rob
I'm interested.
against no jungle. Will Rob jungle?
He hasn't jungled so far, and Piggy's played mid. I want to say that as well.
I think Shikuchi is more important than Tomb, like innately, but when you're undying with talents, I think Tomb outweighs Shikuchi.
Yeah, I think Drow should probably go Arctic here, and that means Shadow Fiend goes Marksmanship, and then Lifestealer gets Shikuchi, and then Undying gets Tomb. It's not great, but I think it's okay.
Yeah, if it is a stacked pool, you can't have everything. You
Yeah.
gotta let your opponents have something.
But you called it. I think the Arctic Burn here is just the obvious first pick, right?
And then Marksmanship, and then we get to what me and Ben were talking about, right? The Shikuchi. I mean, I'm probably just
Alright, he's going
again
Shikuchi
biased.
now.
Okay.
He's going Shikuchi now. So
Okay.
okay, so they're all going one step ahead to block.
So they just skip Marksmanship to. I see.
Aftershock. We haven't really spoken about Aftershock. There's Aftershock Decay.
Razors.
Really solid. But now Winter Wyvern, is he gonna go Necromastery and be a range core, or is he gonna go hook? He's just gonna go for the solid ultimates. So it really is Marksmanship being left all the way down here. Oh my.
First
and now
pick
the
infest. So now you have to block pick Rot and Tether?
Yeah.
There's the Tether immediately.
Okay.
Yeah, for those who don't understand, if you tether with someone and then you infest, you get like 150 HP per second and you can't be killed.
So 2 block picks against the infest. Yeah. So what can he say? There's still spirits, so you can still have infest spirits, which is really nice.
But not worth countering as much.
No, you don't want to counter it, but it's something that Tauntaun, like, you kind of know that if there are 3 or 4 spells there, he's probably going to get one of them.
So what do we need to see get blocked by the Radiant here for the Aftershock on the way back? There's Decay, which is
Decay's the big one. I mean, Chant Totem is always another one.
Razors are still there. I think you have to get Rebound. Rebound lets you get in, but then you need another spell on top to get.
Razes feels so weird, right? In terms of his charge, charge is always good, but you're like trying to hit someone different than you're on top of. It feels janky to use.
So do we see this?
Does Rearm still work in that really glitched way where you can just like animation cancel Rearm over and over again? No, right?
I wish.
No, it's now on the cast side.
That was dank. That was like along with Meepo's ult being in the game, that was the dankest thing I've ever seen.
Apparently he doesn't know that, but it's still a very low cooldown.
I mean, yeah, you can still go like Rearm Splinter Blast or something like that, right?
Yeah, I mean it also
deny the Tombstone.
The thing is, it's not as good early on, but it's still fine.
Oh, true.
And that Marksmanship takes it all the way back.
Wow, okay. So what does Drow get then? Unleash?
Unleash, okay. This is juicy. And maybe Frost Arrows, although something we have seen from Piggy throughout has been insisting on getting 1 nuke, because he's been playing mid a lot. But he's going to go for Necromastery for now.
Yeah. I mean, on the way back, he has like a million spells to get, right? Like either he gets Enchant or he gets Enchant or Frenzy or Feast or Arrows or Multi-Shot or Presence or like anything the Drow wants. Like there's gonna be Psychic in here as well. Psychic's super valuable.
I think Enchant's Totem on the way back will get stolen by the Undying if it's still in the pool, because it's nice to have it with the Aftershock.
So what is this? We have Rebound, Infest, Flesh Heap.
Dispose is still solid. The Swarm is still solid.
I like this Marcy build going support. Doesn't have any stuns or catch though, which is nasty. And there's none in the pool left. Who goes Flesh Golem this game? Does Earthshaker just take it now? I guess he doesn't need to take an ulti. He would take it on the way back. That's a pretty strong Primal Beast. Like this is this is an absolute monster. Decay with Enchant Totem.
Yeah, in terms of the team fight though, gotta say I'm favoring the Radiant side. They have Winter's Curse, they have Tombstone.
Enchant Trample Decay.
Oh my god, I didn't think about that.
That is disgusting.
And here's that Flesh Golem like you were talking about.
And it's like, and Maximus, he likes to play these really annoying tanky heroes that just like walk over you. This is like the epitome of that build. It's exactly his hero and play style. Like, this is the guy that is known for his love for Bulwark. So Io's kind of tanky and annoying. What is Blop? Blop's been playing support, right? Is this his support Pudge? I guess you got Rage Dismember, so you've got a one-man black hole uninterruptible. Winter's Curse on the enemy team does stop it, but...
Oh, I like this time lapse over here. I think that's super nice. Especially if you can buy Ags later on.
It's like you can onslaught in, or you can onslaught out, in, hook, in, out, time lapse, in, out.
It's juicy, and later on, if they're going to be going in on one of your boys with Dismember, you have a save, which there is no other save really on their side, I guess. Relocates this other save. But yeah, this is unusual. Piggy swapping here. So this is kind of I guess to be expected that he wants to play something that can be in the mid lane and has like some sort of nukes, because the way in which he's performed well in this tournament has been to kind of zone the mid laner, push out the wave, and do more effective farming and roaming. Whereas
Tauntaun's on the rearm build.
Tauntaun is on the rearm build, although I would say that most of the games I've seen with no jungle where they've had success, Tauntaun has been playing position 1. He did have play position 2 with rearm in one game where they lost against Maslyata the first time, but it wasn't a great rearm build game.
Okay.
And smoke comes out, and the game is afoot.
It is. A 3-man smoke from no jungle. Where are they off to? They've lost a couple of people. Was it Primal Beast 3, Blop 4? What's he going to do? He's going to level laser and just harass, try and secure range creeps, I guess?
I do like Rage and Dismember, though, together.
Yeah, but you're not going to have Dismember until, 10 minutes in.
Yeah. I'm just saying it's really nice being able to... Like, that combination is so strong later on. Even if the lane is a bit weak.
It's just like, what does he level in lane? Like, he has to level laser. Does he even put a point in Cold Embrace until later, or do you start maxing Rage now, ready for 6? Like, he has kind of an awkward build as a 4, right? Like, he can't start a fight, he can't stun. Primal Beast doesn't have any stuns or slows either, just has trample.
Yeah, very true. Maybe
so
just
maybe he just goes Cold Embrace laser. I think you just play this lane to sustain and allow Primal Beast to farm until he's like level 3, then you have a go at the Drow. But it's Drow IO basically. You've got Tether, Soul Rip, Sidekick on the Marcy.
A lot of damage on the Drow, by the way.
There is, but she's pretty weak early on.
Yeah. Does have the Tether though, like you said, for the sustain, and the Soul Rip, and the Sidekick.
And what is it mid? It's the Undying with Rearm. Alenska's alright. He's got Rebound, the most broken spell in the game. 2000 range disengage. Get out of here.
And the spirits are rolling towards him.
Yeah.
So he did pick the Rot and the Spirits. Remember, he picked the Rot early on, and we were like, Spirits? Not as good, but he still decides to block it.
Yeah, block it from the Infest, right?
And yeah, Fish is also just heads up. Fish has been playing mid mostly, but now he's playing safe lane. On the swagger feed.
Rob's looking for the hook, man. Aggro dragged by the SF. Not going to find it.
Interesting, he didn't take Shukuchi one.
Exactly. Going Gemini attack level 1 is interesting over Frost Arrows or Shukuchi, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah. Especially because it means at level, 3, you're not going to have Shukuchi and 2 levels in Frost Arrows.
It's like, especially when you've got an IO who has Rebound Dispose. Like, that's a kill lane if you go for other spells. Like, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, Gemini's going to help him last it better, I guess. Which is maybe what he's worried about with SF not having Necromastery.
Yeah, no souls.
No souls, the struggle as a model a little bit.
But what is this top lane really wanting to do? Because they have Hook, and they have Tombstone, but it's like, do you even have the mana to cast both those? 230? It's like
got 3 mangoes. He's fine. Yeah, they've both got 3 mangoes. They got tons. Yeah, I think it's kind of similar to the Dire's bot lane, where it's kind of a rush to level 3. Like once you have more points in Rot on your Earthshaker, or a point. And then Rob has the Tombstone. I think you can go on this SFIO. I think, actually, I don't know. Now I'm questioning myself. You've got a rebound and Shikuchi. Even with a sentry or a dust, you're probably gonna struggle to kill anyone. It's like no one has stuns or slows.
Yeah, it's a very awkward lane.
Or the lanes that do have stuns or slows have hyper mobility heroes against them. Is mid any better? Undying owning?
It's pretty close. Just a few creeps ahead, but more denies on the side of the Winter Wyvern. And he is going to be using Fissure to make sure he gets the rune. I think this is the expected build coming out from the Undying. Going in the Shadow Race, and 1 level in Aftershock.
For sure.
Swarm is pretty good though against a Winter Wyvern who attacks so slowly. Oh, Fissure coming in, getting that range. Or was it a melee?
I always forget Razors has turn rate reduction as well. That's really annoying when you're a spell like Fissure. Like you're running away from Razors, running away, and you want to turn and try and Fissure someone. Takes forever. Yeah, Tom's gonna get some stacks up. You could see the Wyvern dying.
Yeah, level 5 is, I think, the time here, the go time. The thing is that the Shadow Razors, if you get truly on top of them, and you start raising, it's not that great, right? So...
Yeah, but they have a choice, right? Either they take punches, or try and run away. And I don't think Wyvern's gonna win the face-off. You know, the one-on-one fight. Yeah. And honestly, with Razors, it doesn't matter too much if you're landing Aftershock this early on. Is that you're pushing the wave, harassing, getting stacks up, make the Wyvern play afraid.
Action bottom.
Maximus
going in on the drop.
Yeah, I mean,
a lot of slow rip.
Yeah, he's got stick charges on Primal Beast. There's Rage level 1 on Blop. Yeah, show him what this Rage does, buddy. I don't know what he does at 3. Like, it feels like you should go the second point in laser, but then if he's thinking about Rage maxed with his level 6 hitting, you skip a point in Cold Embrace.
Yeah.
I feel like with a Primal Beast, what's his stat gain? Like 3.9 or 4.3 strength per level.
I think it's the highest, is it? Strength?
Yeah, he's pretty beefy.
I believe it is the highest in the game, yes.
So the thing is, I feel like there's like value points in Cold Embrace is really good, but the problem is really
he's got it.
Yeah, you really need these Arcane Boots coming out because the laser spam is going to be like not sustainable. Like it does work, but you need to cast it like 3-4 times. You need to get it every single time it's on cooldown. You need to be, I think, casting it to harass for you to actually be able to represent a kill in this lane.
Yeah, they need the double arcanes. Like Primal Beast is going them as well.
There's so much sustain that comes out on the side of the Radiance.
Yeah, but again, they've got no stuns or slows, so it's like nice. Arctic Burn, it's used. 30-second cooldown now. Pudge and Primal Beast have a free lane pretty much. He's got some decay stacks up here. 91 base damage on the Primal. They want to go, but they can't. Cold Embrace him. Get him back to full HP and then have a go. Oh, top lane. What do they do? They got Tombstone drops, Fish. He's trying to turn on this Earthshaker. They kill the Tomb. Lenska does bring it down quickly. Now the rebound misses. They've got Frost Arrows to slow down Hejin. There's no dispose, no rebound. The Shikuchi, the hook back. He's trying to save him. But now Rob's put himself in a bit of a tough spot. They turn with the Earthshaker, having the uproar going. A lot of damage from the ES onto Shadow Fiend, but the dispose again. Lenska of the onslaught. They've got the kill. They killed Shadow Fiend first. And Hejin, he's still alive. He's popped his wand. Another uproar's there. Rebound back in onto 2 from Lenska, but he's gonna die. Oh, the Earthshaker's still alive. Oh my god.
That was
uproar.
Tragically close.
What a spell. Like, they killed the Tombstone quickly, but this Earthshaker is just apparently unkillable. How tanky is he with this? He gets bonus base damage, sure, who cares? Bonus damage per stack. Raw armor bonus per stack too. It's only 2 armor, but there's so many stacks being built up.
And also interesting is the Shadow Fiend's gone Morbid Mask. One has to think, if he had maybe treads, does that go differently? I didn't actually see if he had the Morbid Mask at the start of the fight, but you know, all it provides is the last steal. No, it feels more like he's missing the damage.
Yeah, I mean, if he had treads, the hook from Rob. Maximus does die elsewhere, and yeah, rebounds out while the Drow grabs up a double kill.
Wow.
Looking so clean here for the side of Maslyata.
And how did they manage that? There's action happening top. Did Dire go on the Drow and get turned on? Because she's still got 21 charges.
I feel like the sidekick. I can see the sidekick got used, and that is
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
probably the reason why we didn't have to see the 1 charges used.
Yeah, she's pretty strong. What's she got? 110 damage right now. Another dive top from Earthshaker, but yeah, Lenska's got flesh heap.
And interesting, we see bot lane.
Oh, the unleash.
Here's the unleash.
Oh, there's this the death of Mahaximus again, destroyed by this ranged unleash build of the Drow. Might even be able to push a bit of damage onto this tier 1. I don't know what Blop can do apart from maybe laser the range creeps, but he's afraid to go in himself.
If he goes in, he's got to. I think he's got to go, like sacrifice health and laser the Drow, and then if things go bad, he's got to cold embrace himself. Action top. They're going on the Lensk. It's going to take a little bit of damage.
Can he rebound out? I think he's fine. Like as always, he's got flesh heap rebound. He's just not dying here. Hedgine just going to walk under tower because why not? Oh man, he has uproar flesh golem with rot.
It's pretty gross.
Build.
I just think we need to see like more levels on fish. And here comes Piggy towards the top lane. Tombstone gets dropped. Shukuchi away. Yeah, they're just going to sacrifice Lensk.
Just aim the IO. I mean, he's going to take a little while to kill, but the spirits are there. I mean, Wyvern has a DD here, so they probably could... Yeah, they've brought 4 heroes top. Like, very swift movement.
Undying has Blink Dagger, one of the fastest I've seen in a while. No boots, but, you know, Tauntaun is one of the best Rion players. Whether or not that means anything in a game like this.
See, I don't know, I kind of separate Tauntaun's Realm into 2 camps. There's like this kind of build where it's flash farming, you have to jump in to do your stuff, and then there's the tree line tinker. I think Tauntaun is like 10 out of 10 on tree line tinker, where you're hiding in fog, spamming out, you know, rockets and shrapnel and stuff like that. This kind of thing where, like, with Realm mid build, you don't want to die, but if you're this kind of build, you have to go in and you're likely gonna die.
Yeah.
So they've got to put a lot more emphasis on their side lane cores, and they're dying. Like, Mahaximus is not having a good time now against this Unleash. Dies again. Didn't have Blop nearby to save him with a cold embrace. Like, this game feels like it's quickly just getting out of hand. Like, Dire have so much catching up to do across the map, and it's getting small. Tier 1 top is dead. Their jungle's being invaded. Like, where's the room to breathe?
Yeah, Fish needs time, and he desperately needs levels. He's just getting bullied here by Hedgine, who, like we were saying, is just tanky beyond belief.
He's got a Vanguard. Like, you can't touch him. Come on, Tauntaun. Yeah, we tried.
Yeah, they need perfect executions. We will hold these heroes down.
Oh, the haste rune bottom. Good Fisher,
nice
good onslaught. And Rob still has hook. Will grab the primal beast back into the river. Trample's ready with the enchant totem, but interesting tombstone from Rob. Plop it down on the high ground. I mean, it zoned them away.
It has, and it's also caused a reaction towards the mid lane.
Meanwhile, Drow just free farming. See, this is the thing. Yes. If you group up and try and play together now, you're giving so much room for the, you know, the big items to come out.
Thing is, what are they going to do?
Catches Drow. Rearm. Raises. Can he blink again? No. Didn't quite get the job done there. I think he increased the blood pressure of this Drow Ranger by about 2%.
Yeah, I just feel like there's a lack of damage, and the only person who's going to have that is really the Shadow Fiend. And here he is just getting contested, getting punched and bullied by the offlaner.
Who's relocating in here? Who's this? Oh, it's a Marcy and a Drow. Oh my god. Unleashing on Tauntaun. Can they keep the vision over him? This Undying, he's hiding in the tree. He's trying to get razors and gets the 2-man aftershock. Tries to chain stun, but they just relocate away. They do leave Hedgine alone under tower, though. Rob's coming to try and save him. Drops the tombstone. Hedging, tanky, but nowhere near tanky enough. The hook grabs Lenska, tried to save his buddy, but didn't find the angle. So they lose the Earthshaker there, and the Dire kept everyone alive.
Yeah, it could have been a little bit worse. They could have maybe got Rob, but action in the mid lane. Here comes Sanson, getting some sustained lockdown. Yeah.
Getting the Primal Beast back into the game. 1-3 now.
Oh, there was a game earlier. You missed the lower brackets finals. Gobolov went in one game 7-0, and he was like the only person who got kills on his team. And he ended up 10-11-0, 10-11-1 or something like that.
Against no jungle?
Fantastic. Yeah, it was fantastic. He was the biggest killer and the biggest feeder. It was great. He was the Noxville of the team, except without the. I'm not the biggest killer. Yeah, action top. They know where Tonton is. Rob misses.
Yeah, can't find him. So what do we desperately need here? We need Blop to get Blink, so he has his rage. Oh, he's gone 3rd point laser. I'm not sure I like that. But he needs his Blink to get the Rage Dismember. Like I feel like your aim here is to max Rage and have this Blink Rage Dismember all together. And with like one move, you know, you jump the Wyvern or you jump the Drow, and that. Like, what's your lockdown on the Dire team outside of that?
Aftershock.
Pulverize Aftershock? Yeah.
I just want to say though that like I think maxing laser is justifiable only because you've already got Arcane Boots, and the way that you get into this game is maybe by getting the dagger, like you say.
Oh,
and the way to get that is to farm. It's got to be farming because he's not going to make kills unless it's pickoffs.
Yeah, I buy that. I buy that.
Meanwhile, Shadow Fiend has found a bit of space. Going to be able to put some pressure in the bot lane. No dust on the Drow. No lockdown really on the Drow. But he still just hits like a wet towel.
Just unleash, right? It's like Drow has unleashed Shadow Fiend and going to Shikuchi away and dodge the gank. Wyvern there is having Blink deliver. This courier with Blink on it, if that dies, that's huge. But Fish is scouted and dusted. Rob is going to spot the Shadow Fiend, but a nice TP. Oh, does he have hook? He does. He lines it up.
Yeah.
No zombie in the way. And Fish, he's going to get caught. Another Shikuchi. Dust expiring in a second. He's trying to tuck himself in the trees. The sentry's dropped by Rob now. And with Piggy arriving with Marcy and Drow here. The Fish misses, but they've got the curse. That should be enough damage now. No more Shikuchi. No escape for Fish. A lot of space is what he's telling his team has been made for the Primal Beast. Oh, but the Unleash. Oh, my God. Oh, Unleash on a ranged hero. Oh, dear.
Right.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is why we play ability draft.
Yeah, that's along with, you know, Realm Sunstrike, welcome to ability draft kind of situation.
I'm not joking.
Sticky napalm with ion shell.
we need to see like, I think like a scepter coming out or something.
For who?
For someone on the Radiance on the Dire side. Whoever gets caught by this, I mean, they have to just like scepter the Drow Ranger. I guess BKB will come up before the scepters.
What do you mean, Agnum Scepter?
No, Ghost Scepter.
Oh, I see.
So many scepters.
E-Blade. E-Blade.
They've killed Piggy. Rob is trying to onslaught back onto Maximus. Oh, they're going to get a kill thanks to the Drow's Arctic Burn. And trying to get Tonton now as well, slowing him down. The Rearm's there with the Gold Embrace. Blop. He's not going to save Tonton here. The Drow is just covered. The Earthshaker and the Marcy both being this forward bullying presence. And they can't break through it. They can't get to the Drow. I mean, AD Dog just going to run forward and force them to hide behind tier 3.
Yeah, they killed Piggy, but they need to make sure this Drow is 0 to 100, 100 to 0. They can't
what are you saying about Ghost Scepter?
Yeah. I think we need Ghost Scepters out on the Dire side on some of their cores, and eventually Ethereal Blades as well.
Okay.
Because the physical damage is literally insane right now.
Yeah, this Drow is 701. Top of the net worth with an OP build.
Like, I would say Ghost Scepter, I would say that Glimmer Cape's fun, but they already have so much reveal for the Shikuchi that it's like, you don't want to double down on that.
Be better in this case, though. It's more sort of an aggressive item than a purely sort of defensive item. I understand maybe turning it into the blade later would be maybe the call.
But the thing is, you have to get Halberd off, right? It has a range, and with Arctic Burn Unleashed, I just don't think you're going to get to her to Halberd her before she kills you.
And also, there's Manta style. If you Manta pre,
You got Manta off.
No, if you Manta before, your illusions are still okay. They won't get the benefit of the unleash, I guess. But the Drows are hitting like a truck. 220 damage.
She's gonna, yeah, I mean, she's gonna have Pike if she buys BKB and pre-BKBs. That's another way that Halberd doesn't work.
Yeah.
I kind of like. I kind of buy the Ghost Scepter idea. But they need. It's the thing of needing more than just that, right? They need blinks. They need.
Yeah.
They need all sorts of stuff. My block
I really
blink
think
is heavily delayed.
the only way they win it, like a big fight or action happening here, Hook coming in, Eugene. Looks like the rockets are gonna come in, and Maximus gonna fall.
He dead again.
Yeah, the only way they win is if Block blinks in and Rage bites the Drow Ranger.
And the Wyvern at the same time.
Yeah, I mean the Wyvern's not as bad, but the Wyvern has a way to reset it straight away, right? So,
that's the thing. Wyvern has Curse, so it's like the situation, you know, with Black Hole against Swap or Curse. You're always thinking about the target that's gonna, or Chrono, you know, the target that's gonna stop you. But I guess Tauntaun can fulfill that role. Like if Tauntaun finds the Wyvern, then, you know, the order of execution is Pudge finds the Drow. It's like every piece has to slot into place perfectly for the Dire to win a team fight. But they're down 6k and finding some good space elsewhere on the map, you know, pushing out mid, farming bottom jungle. They'll get a DD, but they will lose tier 2 and access to the top outpost as Dire team with Roshan alive. You know, this is a situation that Radiant have put themselves in prime spot to control that first Rosh of the game.
Yeah, I'm really surprised that the Primal Beast isn't at least him going Ghost Scepter. How does Trample work with Ghost Scepter? It doesn't do anything, right? Like it's scripted damage. Like there's no weird interaction where you don't do damage because you.
No, I mean because it's not a right click.
Yeah, it's just magical damage, right?
Yeah, it's your base damage into magical damage in an AoE.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god. He's gonna die. Yeah. Yeah. He's just dead. And Blop as well.
Blop.
He's gonna get his rage off, but there's the full staff forward. It's the full Hurricane Pike. Drow Ranger 901 and looking for Lenska now. Rebound is off cooldown, but he's not going to target the jump off of. A triple kill for Drow. And 15-3, they've got a Winter's Curse. They've caught out Tauntaun, but a good blink and Ghost Scepter away gets him to safety in his own base. Yeah, it's a rough one for no jungle here. 20 minutes in, it feels all but over, Ben.
Yeah, I'm pouring myself another drink for getting
yeah.
I'm getting
pour one out as well. Pour one out for no jungle. I mean, what's it going to take? Like we've thought about two elements of their team fight going perfectly with the Pudge and the Undying finding those two ranged kind of damage dealing heroes on the Radiant. Primal Beast needs BKB, but that's a pipe dream right now. SF is what 700 gold away from his BKB, but he's been dusted and found. Fisher from Piggy chasing with a rot and his Flash Golem slow and Fish BKB delayed.
The one thing I will say is that like Unleash is what's like the power for Drow here. Like it represents most of the damage that we see coming in, or not the damage, but like the threat of combining that damage into such a threat of death. But as a result, what could we have seen differently in the draft? The one thing I noticed is that we saw the Pudge going. Sorry, not the Pudge. It was the Primal Beast going Decay, which I thought would be left for the Aftershock build.
I kind of feel. I mean, my thoughts were made known at the start of the draft that I probably am biased towards Tombstone, but I feel like the Shikuchi was a bait pick for the SF. Like when both of your right-click carries, the Drow SF, are picks 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And you go Shikuchi, like it felt like it unsettled the entire draft.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about it Unleashed though, did we?
Not really, no. But like, I'm not saying it's a mistake. It just didn't feel like that. Feels like the element that was weird for me.
Yeah.
But then it would mean, you know, you leave the choice of Shikuchi or Tombstone to the Lifestealer, and then your Undying gets one or the other.
Yeah. I mean, the other thing is, the first pick on the side of the Radiant was the Arctic Burn, which means that if you go marksmanship, you can't take Unleash on the same hero. So that's something that's a little bit annoying, is that by first picking Arctic, you are also like there's
Forcing...
2 good core spells. The other way that we could have seen is we could have seen the Io try to go core as a ranged hero.
Yeah, I mean, that's also why it felt so good to have Drow first pick there as well, right? Yeah. Because I said it, halfway through the draft, that no matter what happened, her picks 3 and 4 would always have really good spells, whether it was Necromastery or Feast or Frost Arrows or Multi-Shot. I can't remember what the rest were, but she had like 7 spells she could have got.
Totem.
Yeah, Enchant was there as well. Whereas the SF had already like spent a slot on Shukuchi, which is not bad for carrying. Like he's finding pockets of farm here, but high ground's being attempted by Maslyata, and Tombstone's dropped by Rob. Like, statement of intent there. Blinking forward and fissuring, catching Tauntaun. A lot of magic damage onto him, and they've killed him. Tauntaun's dead. He does have buyback, but oh my god, Maximus shredded by the Unleash. Lenska in trouble now as well. They've got buybacks across the board here for no jungle, but they're going to have to spend them to defend their base. And I don't know, is SF ready? He's got BKB, but finding a fight here is an incredibly difficult task.
Yeah, I mean, he has the BKB, but he's not there and ready to fight, so... We were talking about how perfect the initiation has to be. Look where Piggy's standing. He knows how they can lose the fights, and he's just standing back doing what needs to be done.
Hit the buildings.
Rob's also doing a great job standing very far away, able to hook out.
Radiant have Wraith Pact as well. Earthshaker's got it. They jump in. Maximus does find the catch on the Drow, but she's pretty tanky, and they've got the Winter's Curse to hold back the rest of them. There's the Hurricane Pike out, and Drow Ranger's just going to turn and kill them all. Tauntaun dead, Maximus follows him, and they're all hitting the deck. Fish tries to stand his ground and fight. Shukuchi's away, but this is game over now. Game 1 going to go the way of Maslyata. A straightforward victory in under 25 minutes, it looks like. Now, with no buybacks available, Maximus will give it one more crack, but an ultra kill for AD Dog. Woof, woof.
Yeah, this has been a real treat. I just had one question. How does multi-shot work with Enchant Totem? Is that a combo? Does that actually work or not really?
I think you'd spend it on your first hit. I'm not entirely sure.
Just thinking back to the draft, was there something we missed? Because there was definitely something that no jungle missed there. Drow Ranger, way too OP. With,
I mean, there was a fair amount of like needing to block pick stuff as well. What did we have? The Earthshaker block picked the Spirits and the Rot, and Marcy block picked the Tether against the Dismember and Infest, right? Yeah.
But the only one which was weird for me was Maximus blocking Decay away from his own teammates' Aftershock. You know, Decay's got such a short cooldown later on. It also does damage, remove strength, you know, like it seems more reasonable.
And then Trample was late picked, right? Like we had Shukuchi first picked and Trample late picked, because that also felt like a combo that should have been together at some point, but was kind of, you know, they broke the chain with that Shukuchi second pick after the Arctic Burn first.
Gotta say, Tauntaun had a quiet game. He did the second most damage on his team, but you know, altogether his team did basically nothing really. It's like 28k. The Drow Ranger by himself did more than the whole of the Dire side put together. But it's a best of 5. Things can only